My husband said to lose the baby weight first, so I went out with his best friend. Our daughter was 3 weeks old when Marcus said it. I was standing in our bedroom, trying to fit into my pre-pregnancy jeans because we were supposed to go to his work dinner. The zipper wouldn't close and I started crying, hormones still everywhere from the birth. Marcus walked in and watched me struggle for a minute. Then he said, maybe I should skip the dinner. When I asked why, he shrugged and said I should probably lose the baby weight first before going out in public with him. He said it casually, like he was commenting on the weather. I stood there in silence while he finished getting dressed. He kissed my forehead, told me to rest up, and left for the dinner alone. I sat on the bed holding our sleeping daughter and cried for 2 hours straight. The next morning, I got a text from Marcus's best friend Danny. He asked if I was okay because Marcus had told everyone at dinner that I wasn't feeling well. Danny said he wanted to check in since he knew how hard the first few weeks with a newborn could be. His wife had gone through it twice. I thanked him and said I was fine, but Danny kept texting over the next few days. Not flirty, just friendly, asking about the baby, sending photos of meals his wife made, offering to drop off groceries. Marcus started working late almost every night after that. He'd come home around 10, shower immediately, then fall asleep without asking about his daughter. I was doing everything alone, feeding, changing, waking up 6 times a night. When I mentioned needing help, Marcus said he was exhausted from providing for us. He reminded me that I wasn't working right now, so childcare was my job. Danny texted again, asking if I wanted to grab coffee while his wife watched both kids. I said yes without thinking. We met at a cafe downtown, and Danny looked uncomfortable the entire time. He kept glancing at his phone and starting sentences he didn't finish. Finally, he said he needed to tell me something but didn't know how. I asked what was wrong, and he said he'd noticed things about Marcus lately. Strange things. I asked what he meant. Danny said Marcus had been acting different for months, even before the baby came. Secretive, disappearing for hours, lying about where he'd been. Danny said he'd confronted him once, and Marcus got angry, told him to mind his own business. I went home that day and started paying attention. Marcus's phone was always face down now. He'd changed his password, and when I asked why, he said it was for work security. His gym bag smelled like cologne, not sweat. He was showering the second he walked through the door every single night. I met Danny 2 more times over the next month. Each time he had more observations. Marcus canceling plans last minute, Marcus lying about working late when Danny had seen his car somewhere else, Marcus buying things that never showed up at our house. Danny's wife Rachel started coming to these meetings too. She said she'd noticed things on her end. Marcus asking Danny weird questions about divorce lawyers, about custody laws, about how assets got split. She thought it was for a friend at first, but Marcus never mentioned any friend going through a divorce. I started checking our accounts. Everything looked normal at first, but then I noticed small withdrawals. Always in cash, always on days. Marcus said he was working late. 300 here, 500 there. Over the past 6 months, nearly $8,000 had disappeared. I couldn't find where it went. No new purchases, no receipts, nothing in the house to show for it. The money was just gone. Then Rachel found something. She'd been going through old photos from a barbecue at their house last summer, before I got pregnant. In the background of one picture, she'd caught Marcus on his phone. She zoomed in, and the screen was visible. It was a dating app. The profile picture was clearly Marcus, but the name said Mike and the age was wrong. I met Danny and Rachel one more time. They brought everything they'd collected. Screenshots, dates, times, observations. Danny said he was sorry it took so long, but he wanted to be absolutely sure before destroying my life. He slid a folder across the table and told me there was more. Bank statements he'd found in Marcus's car, from an account I'd never seen, a lease agreement for an apartment across town, and photos. I opened the folder and looked at the first photo, but the woman in it wasn't a stranger. The rest of the story is on my channel or linked below.